It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Let's create together with the Golden Baker Search Junior Edition on Espresso Morning Show. Brought to you by Golden Cloud and Beacon.
Well, listen, it's time for us to be in the El Kitchen because by now you know it's no secret that our Golden Cloud family and Beacon, they are looking for the next baking duo where you can win yourself baking goods and prizes to the value of 35,000 Rand because it is the Golden Baker Junior Edition. Now that means if you and your young ones think that you have what it takes to win the 35,000 Rands worth of prizes, then you better get baking because this week we've kicked it off with some cupcake inspiration, and the best person to do that for us is one of our good friends, renowned cake designer and queen, Grace Stevens, and she's here with her son Simon to help along. Grace, Simon, I feel like the last time I saw the two of you was at the start of the year.
Yes,
Yes, it was a while ago, and now you are back. So I'm very excited for this cupcake recipe that you're about to do. Simon, I have a question for you. How often do you bake with Mom?
Not often.
Not often enough, or?
Not often enough.
The older he's got, the less time he spends in the kitchen with me.
But you get to at least enjoy and taste Mom's delicious creations. Okay, well, you're about to take us through a yummy recipe.
Yes, so this is my double chocolate recipe. And so it's got real chocolate in it. So we're using our Beacon Heavenly Hazelnut Heaven today. And what you start off by doing is opening up your packet. And Simon, would you just break these up and pop them into our hot coffee? So we've got about 180 mils of hot coffee over there, because coffee and chocolate, best
It's a winning
friends.
combination. And I'm
Absolutely.
looking at this now. It's like, you know, it is the yummy chocolate, so you don't have to melt it or anything. The coffee will do that for you.
The coffee will do that, so that's quite nice. It doesn't matter if it spits or anything, we're all good. So just pop it straight in there, nice and conveniently. Yes, I know, don't worry about splashing. I'm sifting the cocoa powder here, which is quite important that you sift all your ingredients. Then I'm going to put my Golden Cloud flour in. Give me a spoon over here. I'm having a time. So it's very important that your cocoa powder is. Can you see there's a lot of lumps here?
I see, and
you
you
know,
don't
there's
want
a lot
that in
of
your batter.
cocoa butter in here, all that goodness, all that moisture that's going to be added to your cake. So you just use a little bit of spoon to get it through. Then I've got my sugar, so it's 1.5 cups of sugar that goes in here. So you put all your dry ingredients together. Simon's doing an excellent job of getting the wet ingredients together.
Yes, he is. Because I have to say, I'm quite impressed. He's been very disciplined in putting all of the Beacon chocolates into the hot coffee. Normally, if I had to be tasked with that, there would probably be a lot of eating involved.
Do you think so?
Yes. Simon,
I'm
how
with
sweet
you.
is your tooth? Are you someone that, like, you know, this time of the morning would help some chocolate, or are you going to put it where it needs to be?
I don't like having too much chocolate.
Oh, see, so well balanced and
Yes.
rounded. He's going to wait for the cupcakes to be done.
I know, he's so clever like that. So all my dry ingredients are in here. I've put bicarb and baking powder in. So we're going to whisk the eggs. So you can do that, Simon. You've done such a great job with our coffee. So the eggs get whipped up now. So just bash them so just to break the yolks that go in there. And then your oil goes in, your vanilla extract goes in. You're going to put some buttermilk in because the buttermilk is going to make them nice and tender and moist. And then we're going to separate them and we're going to divide them amongst our tray. And we've used these nice fancy cupcake liners, which are really, really cool.
They're amazing.
So once you have done all your separate ingredients, you put everything together. And then what I do is I use a 1/4 cup measure, you know, your measuring cup. And I use that to scoop my batter into my tray.
That's clever.
That goes into the oven at 160 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes. You've got to double check. Everybody's oven is a little bit differently. Should we get into the decorating?
Yes,
Because that is the fun part.
That is the fun part. So I'm assuming I'm going to be in charge of making the icing sugar.
Yes, please. So we're going to soften the butter.
Okay.
So it's always room temperature butter, and then you soften it. So my secret is, and I do a lot of buttercream, is that you get it so that it's nice and silky and soft before you add your icing sugar in.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we need to, I'm going to make a
go
bit of
for it.
noise.
Do you want to hold the bowl for Zoe and give her a hand there?
Okay, he is nice and
Simon's
strong.
nice and strong, and he can do that, yeah.
Okay.
So that's a good job that you're doing there, absolutely. Then you won't get any lumps. So
Simon's
that's
such a
my
great
tip.
assistant in the kitchen.
Yes.
So obviously we want to have it a bit creamier and
Of course, we
fluffier
don't
than
have
this.
the time this morning, but
Yes.
don't worry because
We have it ready
I
made.
have some already made.
So we simply, for our butter icing sugar, we have our, a butter
Butter.
that's softened, some icing sugar, some cocoa, and what are we adding
And it's a
here?
little bit of milk because you've got to add a little bit of milk until you get the consistency that you can pipe it easily without having to like really drip it out of the piping bag. Simon, do you want to do a swirl?
Do you know
I'll
how to
try.
do a professional swirl?
Simon has watched so many swirls of mine. Come on, dude.
I've
show
seen
me.
videos on how you teach people to make the perfect cupcake swirl.
Oh, that is so cool.
I'll
so
try.
You go for
Let's
it.
see. No pressure.
Oh,
No
you've got
pressure.
lots of support. Clem is vouching for you, so like, let's go.
He's got the right swirl
Yes, you
going.
got it.
And while Simon is doing the perfect swirl for us, if you're feeling inspired to create something incredible, well then make sure that you enter the Golden Baker Search, the Junior Edition. We are looking for 5 of South Africa's best baking duos to compete in the finale. And here is how you enter. Look at that. Okay.
Golden Cloud and Beacon are on the search for South Africa's best baking duo this holiday season. So grab your son, daughter, grandchild, nephew or niece and start creating in the kitchen. To enter, look out for our weekly holiday baking inspiration on air and on our social pages. Then create your own special bake with Golden Cloud and Beacon treats. Take a picture and share it on the Golden Baker Search Junior Edition competition post on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter pages or on our website using the hashtag Golden Baker Search. And tell us why you are SA's best baking duo. You could be one of the 5 finalists competing on TV for the grand prize worth 35,000 Rand. Let's create together with the Golden Baker Search Junior Edition on Expresso Morning Show. Brought to you by Golden Cloud and Beacon. Entries close on the 18th of December. 5 finalists, 1 winning duo to be crowned live on Expresso.